Ok. Ok.
What is this?
What is this?
Wow.
What a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's
Oui,
Chris?
Chris!
Stop,
Stop it! Don't open that door! But Chris is.
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris.
Now, Jill.
Can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner,
Oh.
you know.
Okay, let
Me handle this. Laissez-moi m'occuper de ce hall vide.
Stay alert.
Surtout qu'on peut rouvrir la porte, donc il... non, c'est même pas ce qu'il a fait. Il a même pas barré la porte. Hein.
A dining room. What? What is this?
What is it?
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can
Find high in your clues. I'll be examining this.
Hope this
It's
is
not Chris's blood.
Barry?
Barry?
Watch out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of this. What
Is it?
Kenneth
Maybe
was
was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway,
Anyway,
let's report this to Wesker. Ok, donc là j'ai enfin calculé. Et tu joues à peu près 10 secondes sur les 1 minute 52 quoi.
And don't leave this hall for the time being.
Et là donc 3 secondes. Donc, ouais, on joue 13 secondes sur les 3 minutes 20 du début. Donc ouais, il y a vraiment 3 minutes de cinématique.
What is this all
On est
about?
confiant.
I can't figure it out at all.
Allez, tu rajoutes 2 secondes, allez, vas-y. Il y a 3 minutes 10.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know
No,
what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
Ah, ça. J'ai joué 15 secondes depuis tout le début là. Je suis mort. Ok. Il fait vraiment jour en fait, genre. Dehors. C'est fou. Après il fait beaucoup plus nuit dans la cour, donc il y a l'impression qu'il y a un peu un côté... même si bon du coup c'est... Comme si c'est quand tu reviens dans cette zone du jeu, il y a, la skybox a pas bougé quoi. Du coup ça casse un peu le truc, mais t'as très peu de raison de revenir ici. Du coup il y a un peu ce côté où ouais, le temps avance au fur et à mesure que tu joues au jeu. Voilà, c'est le début de la nuit. Tu passes toute la nuit et c'est le lever du soleil à la fin du jeu. Donc les événements de Resident Evil doivent se passer sur 8 heures grand max. du coup, durée de vie du jeu, 8 heures, lol. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne. Pour le moment, ça passe très bien, alors non? Ouais, c'est excellent même. Putain, je suis 10 secondes en avance, ok, d'accord. Je peux être 10 secondes en avance pour la scène de piano. Voire un peu plus, hein, putain. C'était un peu nul. Mais c'est pas aussi catastrophique que ça aurait pu être. Ah, je suis pas bien tourné. Ah, je suis mal placé. Allez, je me rapproche un peu. C'est vraiment loin de mon PC. D'accord. Faut mieux le rater comme ça parce qu'au moins tu le fais toucher direct. T'as pas le temps d'attente que tu dois marquer quand tu essayes de l'esquiver pour de vrai. Bon, c'est un peu triste. Donc, mais bon, je vais pas me plaindre parce que le début, le reste de la run est vraiment insane, donc c'est pas catastrophique. C'est un peu triste. Que l'un des rares zombies que tu dois éviter dans le jeu avec Jill, je le tâche. Mais c'est vraiment ça, c'est comme t'en esquives beaucoup moins avec Jill des zombies qu'avec Chris. Dès que j'en rate un, je suis en mode c'est la fin du monde. C'est vraiment ça. Alors que pas forcément, hein. Wow. Ok, ça va.
Richard, what happened?
C'était pas dingue, mais ça aurait pu être pire. Je gagne la moitié du temps quand même que j'avais à gagner. Hein. Alors, ça reste vraiment bien. Je suis très mal setup, mais une fois que j'étais setup, c'était bon. En fait, je me suis pris le mur, je me suis pris le coin du pilier, et du coup, ça m'a complètement. Je savais plus quoi faire, quoi. Je voulais avancer, mais en même temps, si j'avançais trop vite, c'était mort. Mais en même temps, j'avançais pas dans le bon sens, donc j'allais pas vite de toute façon. Du coup, j'ai essayé de ralentir alors que j'avançais pas. Et après, j'ai avancé, j'ai dit oula et ben, j'ai failli toucher la zone de chargement. Hello Yoshipa, thanks for the good luck. How are you doing? Yeah, it's not Sonic Adventure. I'm come back soon enough, but that's also cool to see other speedruns. And actually, I'm hesitating to submit a Resident Evil run to not the same. Is it the tournament? No. Yeah, also we don't need to fight this boss at all. We can just avoid him on the way in, go very fast to get the object item, and then just leave. Don't need to fight the boss at all. And if we don't get it, we don't get poisoned, so we don't have any problem and having to backtrack to get the serum. And since I skipped the whole quests anyway, thanks to a glitch, but he didn't sit, then we saved a lot of time. That's why we can almost sub 10 mention 1, which is crazy. I don't know. I'm not sure. But maybe. But it's in September. Well, I guess I could terrorist. I don't know. Okay, this room. We know the order, so it's just a matter of moving well in the room, which is harder than it may seem, because that's the huge difficulty of this category, of this game in general. That the movements are pretty simple overall, but you can lose the time everywhere if you move badly. Yeah, I need to use the spray because I don't have enough spaces otherwise in my inventory. When you actually pause, you actually skip a lot of animation, and there basically we do that because we don't have to watch the rocket going to the enemy. And oh my god, that's very unlucky. That's not my fault that the hound was on me. Okay, a little bit of strat there. We can actually go between the wall and the step ladder. It's pretty precise. You need to run, and so if you don't react, you just go too far, and then you can't go back. You need to, and doing that, you don't need to push the step ladder only against the wall, and you can still get the crank. It's not possible as Chris because Chris is bigger, so a lot of things like that are not possible as Chris. So Chris is slightly easier in terms of optimization because of that, but it's way harder because it's easier to die because you don't have the bazooka basically and other stuff. But he has more health, so you can tank more. That's a very good run so far. That's the best playtime actually. And you need to stuck on the wall a bit, or else the dog will be too much on the center of the corridor and you can't avoid him. Yeah, I moved badly there. I'm too much on the right. That's not a bad thing, but I'm just losing a small bit of time. That's why we actually split every room, because it's convenient. And also, oh no, actually I'm golding. Never mind. Yeah, this room is way harder as Chris because you have to get it and you can't kill the zombie. Okay, so since I'm doing best ending, I have to listen to the door there. Well, it's not only because of that, it's also because I did glitch earlier in the run, and so I did skip an item, and so I didn't meet Barry in the mansion. And so since I didn't meet Barry in the mansion, he's on this room there. And if I don't do that, basically, if I just go take the key and then go here, then when I enter the room, there is still Barry in there, and he won't be there for Plan 42, which is Slobber, and there is just a cutscene. So that's why I go to the door first, even though it's further, so it avoids this backtracking, and so you don't have the cutscene. Only on this category, because in no matter glitch you don't meet Barry there, because you have met him more in the mansion. And here to the best part of the run. Let's go. Okay, that's very bad. To push an object, you need to be a little bit of time, some frame, maybe a second. Against it, and you need to hold the direction, but if you go too much diagonally, you actually just continue to walk, and that's what happens. And so I did basically the wall I just contour completely the box, and I lost time there. And that's why the most of the enigma, the puzzle around pushing items are very hard to optimize. And also if you miss, you just need to reset the room, so you lose a lot of time. If like you get stuck because you push something too much on the wall or something. But here I did very well. Because you see Jill is barely pushing it, but because this way I don't have to move as much to push the thing. But yeah, I'm losing 1 second. But it's not that bad. You want to do the best, you know? Alright. Yeah, but these enigma are just super easy. It's kind of weird. I guess the reason why is that you're not supposed to go there first because it's locked, but still, you just push the lever, then you see the button on the room which was underwater, and then you can go here. En route to the boss of the stage. There is a magic glitch there that I don't do, which is very hard, where you need to basically eat the plant, your third rocket on the plant, at the same time you basically do a turn to open the door, and doing that allows to skip berry. But you need to still kill the plant yourself, so you need to get extra ammunition in the room just next to it. But since I'm not risking it, it is. Because as you can see, as soon as you eat the plants, you are locked in this animation, this cutscene, and so you can't do anything. And so it needs to be frame perfect, which is very hard, because not only you need to cancel your shot well, you also need to not enter too soon in the room. But yeah, I prefer not doing it yet because you can still continue the run, and it's not a big deal. Most categories do that in no major glitch. Anyway. Another thing that is annoying is that since you get extra ammunition, if you miss, you have this extra ammunition and it's kinda slower. Because you need to keep them up until the next boss, because the next boss can be killed with the ammunition you have for this boss. Because yeah, the bazooka has different type of ammunition that are incompatible, and depending on okay, I'm not sure.
Wesker.
Okay. And yeah, and since you need to exit the room, that means that there is another 2 extra animation of doors, so it kinda mess up the splits, so that's why I changed that.
But I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them?
Also, there is just a thing with most of weapons, but outside of the knife.
Is that right?
After you shot,
Jill,
if you release the aim button and then just reuse it right after, you actually skip the recall animation.
Now there are a lot of rooms in that mansion.
I think I missed it on Plan 42.
I have been looking around for clues.
When you actually do it well, you know it, because it's just super fast. Particularly with the Beretta, the gun, but the handgun. Okay. I'm not 31 seconds ahead, I'm like 27 seconds ahead. Because I still need to collect, since I didn't collect the ammunition for the second phase of Plan 42, I need to collect it afterwards, after the next boss. Which is faster anyway, but since I don't, it's faster to get than getting the fire ammunition before Planet 42. If you don't use them on Planet 42, if you don't do the skip. But yeah, the run is very good so far. And we are going to the last or most major run killer of the run. So not the boss, but what happens after. Back to the mansion. Nice. So we get here because these munitions are very strong against the next enemy. We do a little bit of cleanage of our inventory. I play safe, so I take this spray. It's on the way. It was nice. Almost back. Movement and maneuvering. It's very easy to actually get too close to the shotgun animation and it's lose a lot of time because the animation is very long and you need to take the other one afterwards, so twice the animation for nothing. Okay, so I four-shot this guy. Okay, that was very good. Let's go. And so now for the second part, which is the hardest part of this. So you have all these cutscenes with Barry, and in any portion you just don't care, you just continue and that's it. But if you continue, Barry drop the rope, and since you just ignore him, you are actually distrustful of him. And so you don't believe in him, you don't trust him, so basically you think he is against you, like he's a traitor basically. And so, to get to the best ending, you need to wait for him to come back, because he actually didn't intend to drop the rope, he was just really clumsy.
Ready to go?
And so for that to happen, you need to wait, but you can actually wait enough time that the cutscene triggers at the same time you are leaving the room. And so that's what we are going to do.
Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry? Barry?
So I'm gonna turn around 8 times. And that's enough time for the Barry to come back. And there it is. It should have worked. You can do it too early, but generally it doesn't happen because it's pretty consistent. That's the good thing about Resident Evil, is that the movements are very consistent. They are very slow and steady. They don't depend on angles, camera, because since the camera change every time anyway. In normal gameplay, when you go forward, you always go forward, and etc. So it's very good for setups and as such. Okay. Another puzzles. So this puzzle is for the best ending. It's to save Chris. Oh, I didn't punch the statue enough. Oh my god, that's very slow. I'm losing like 2 or 3 seconds. Why more? That's quite bad. Oh, 4 seconds, yeah, that was very bad. So here, the battery to leave the mansion and be able to go to the underground. And yeah, here I'm losing time to my PB because I need to take back that. So yeah. Okay, so it's unique to this category. Well, not this category, but real best ending. There's only category where you actually don't backtrack from the other side of the kitchen, but you just use the same path you take on the way in. Because you waited for Barry, so Barry has put a rope. It's not possible as Chris, and in 80% it's faster to not wait for Barry, so you don't do that. Or maybe you do in any percent major glitch, but I don't think it's that faster, because it's way faster, but if you still need to wait like to turn around 8 times, I'm not sure it's worth it. So it changes a little bit the routing and make it easier. Yeah. Here comes the most boring part of the run, which is doing a lot of backtracking in the courts and then underground. Because it's pretty empty, there isn't much things, there isn't that much of enemies. The room are quite big, and there's a lot, and actually very long animation with the crank. It's just, yeah, a little bit empty zone. So yeah, we do activate the battery to have access to the elevator. Oh my god. Okay, I couldn't do anything there. It was just on my face. The dogs are actually random up until they start rolling and detect you. They still are a little bit RNG no matter what, but when they start to look for you, they're actually way more predictable because they turn around you. While before that, they just move completely random, and so sometimes they are in your way, and it's very annoying. Hopefully they don't lose much time and not much health, but it's still kinda annoying to lose time for no reason, obviously. And so, since I waited for Barry, he's there.
Good timing. A moment ago, I heard someone's voice coming from this hole.
And
Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
so here we accept his offer,
Let's go.
Okay, then I'm gonna cover you.
and we want him to stay with us and not go before us, because if he goes before us, we need to talk back again to him
Let's
to
go
make
then.
sure he's
I'm
safe.
depending on you.
Because you need to basically witness Enrico dying with Barry, so this way you know it's not Barry that killed him, and so this way you trust Barry, and you know that it's Wesker the traitor, so Barry doesn't like feel culprit and decide to go to betray Wesker.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah.
You're alive.
Wait there.
So yeah, the difference between best ending and good and bad ending as Chris is very minimal.
Enrico!
Basically, the only difference is that you need to get the ammo disc,
Are you alright,
and
Enrico?
you have to fight the Tyrant, but that's almost it. But with Jill, there is actually way more things going on,
Everything was plotted
and
on
the
the
getaways are
start
way
line.
more different. That's actually quite refreshing, because most of the run is still very similar, no matter what. Like, for example, like this part, everything after that is almost the same no matter the category. For example, and the mansion is very similar, whether you do it with major glitch, no major glitch. Because basically the first half of the run doesn't depend at all on if you are doing best ending or bad ending, it doesn't change. Bref. Ok. So here, since you can use infinitely the crank, because, well, you need to use them multiple times, and it's also there to make you think that you need it again, so it can make you do mistakes also, but also it's just that if you could like throw off any moment and you didn't get every object that you needed with the crank, it would be feel kind of bad. So it puts you back in the menu. So we use that to. Okay. Okay, that was very bad, very slow, but I didn't get hit. Basically, yeah, this boss still you don't need to beat the boss. You just need to unlock the room, and so there's only 2 weapons that actually can. Oh yeah, that's the biggest problem of this game. Some of objects are very hard to use, and you need to very well be placed. And there I lose a lot of time. You need to use it 3 times there, you see, so that's also why you can basically throw them away. That's also why you have them all the run. Because yeah, there is a secret path on the left. I need to use my spray because there is no other enemies there, and afterward, I will get 8 items after all of these puzzles. Okay, I need to push it 4.5 and maybe even less than an half. So it gets pushed by the wall, but it's still I can still push it, and I don't need to use again the crank. So wait, it's way faster. It's very easy to lose time in this room because of that. Don't forget the ammo disc, obviously. It's pretty easy to forget because you pushed the rock before the previous room. And yeah, so the final enigma is to actually open the books to get the medallions, the medals, and to put them there. And the medals are very hard to place. Even though I did it very well there. But yeah, it's hard, I promise. Is it sub 30? Yeah, it's sub 30 entrance of the laboratory. That's very good, actually. I still a lot of time to save, but. Okay, the laboratory has very few items outside of the ammo disc to save Chris. So it's actually pretty short. Because we already know the password there, so we don't need to go read the file, the testimony of a dead scientist. So we just go directly to the computer room. And so as you can see, the animations are very long between any monitoring. So if you miss, there is an animation that is almost as long. So you lose a lot of time if you miss the passwords. That's what I did in my PB actually, and I lost 19 seconds. So there's a lot of things to optimize in this split. Even though it looks ridiculous. And I gold, oh my god, I'm so fucking ahead. Well, it's far from being finished because the second part of the laboratory is actually the hardest one. But the boss are pretty okay with Jill because the bazooka just destroy them. So it's pretty easy to kill the boss. As you can see, again, we are full just at the right moment. So here we actually bait the zombies so they are not facing the wall and you can go through. There's a lot of manipulation of the zombies in the game. Even more so with Chris because one, there's slightly more zombies with Chris. Every room where there is 3 enemies as Chris, there is only 2 as Jill basically. and also because there is some enemies that you can kill with Jill that you need to avoid with Chris because he doesn't have the bazooka. And since getting the shotgun and the magnum are very slow and out of the way, we don't do it in speedrunning. Unless it's shotgun only. But shotgun only is sometimes more annoying for some part of the run. And it's just a category extension, you know, so yeah, we never use the... So I'm taking the knife, I'm not sure it's optimal in the category where you don't use the knife, because you need a lot of money to get it back. But I'm doing it anyway for a glitch that will happen in 5 minutes, because there is 4 minutes of cutscene now. Yeah.
Jill, you're here too.
In other categories it's slightly less, but in this category there's a lot of cutscenes and they're very long.
Let's get going.
Particularly the next one will happen, and that's why I'm going to the bathroom in between.
Wesker,
You did a fine job, Barry.
just as I thought.
I think you should stay away.
No! Oh my god, that's okay. I click under the window, so it's very bad because it's forbidden. Because it freezes the game. I hate myself.
Cruel.
I'm finishing the run anyway. Yeah, I don't think it will be submittable to the official leaderboards.
Stars.
That's Umbrella.
Sadly.
This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, you're in charge.
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery.
They're still talking? Oh my god.
No one understands.
It takes so much money.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet.
I'm gonna show you the tyrant. Oh!
Barry,
Sorry, Jill.
how's your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill,
Guess what?
do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
No.
Barry, you're
You're so
optimistic.
optimistic.
It would look bad for stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe you're right.
Let's go then.
Alright, it's not finished. There's still a lot of cutscenes. And you can say, oh, okay, yeah, but there is actually a boss fight, right? In these 2 minutes?
Is a creature like this really
Well,
evolved
yeah,
biological
there is 20 seconds of boss fight
Wesker is a crazy
out
man.
of all the cutscene.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
And 20 seconds is maybe overestimated, so yeah, that's a little bit boring. And also the line delivery is very stiff and slow. There is some breaks that don't make sense between the dialogue, and that I don't really think it was intended, it's just they don't program well. All the line were played, so yeah. Well, you can skip most of the cutscene in real time. All the cutscenes that are between the door transition and the presentation of the boss, basically, which aren't in the game engine, or actually we don't really count them in the in-game time, so it's fine. But yeah, as you can see, there is like 6 cutscenes we can skip total, so because most of the cutscene actually plays before we can even do anything, just right when you enter the room. I waste a rocket there in purpose because I can't reload if I still have a normal rocket and I have the fire rockets, and that's what I got, which is the faster to get in the laboratory for the second phase of the boss, so that was intended. And I golded by 3 seconds, okay. It doesn't seem to have changed anything about the time that I click on the window in, but yeah, that's against the rules, so... Okay, so the hardest part is there now. The final boss is kinda hard, but with Jill it's pretty easy. It's just the 2 last ammo kits are very hard, very hard to cut. And this one there is a glitch and I'm doing it just for, like, you know, I could not do it still PB, but what the fuck am I doing? I need the knife to, yeah. I'm pausing because if I don't pause, I will reset my position, and so I won't click on the box. Yeah, I actually move in a way that makes... Okay, that's very slow. You don't need... I'm actually reading to be sure. Okay. Okay, I lose a lot of time, but it was still not that bad. And this one... There is no glitch, but as you can see, there is 4 zombies. So. Yeah, if you do it that all the time, it works. Even though they are a little bit RNG, sometimes they can be scary. But they don't have time to catch you if you turn very well like that. But it's pretty hard, and if you get it once, you're basically dead. With Chris, you can survive sometimes if you're lucky, if it's on the way out that you get it, because he has more health. But with Jill it's almost impossible, and since also Chris does move faster than Jill, generally you get caught at the very end, while with Jill you get caught earlier. So yeah, it's basically dead. And there it is. Now we are going to the end.
Let's go.
Yeah, and the reason why I think it's not faster to do the out of bound is that you need to get back the knife, and it's a lot of maneuvering. Well, in knife only it's definitely faster because it's just faster to do that, because you don't have the animation of the fade out to enter the second room. You don't have the animation of the gas, and it's just faster than pushing all the other boxes. But it's hard to optimize because you want the line, obviously. And just like obviously clipping is not easy either, and it takes a little bit of setup, so you need to turn around the box twice. It's basically when you aim, you actually move a little bit, and that moving allows a lot of things. It actually allows another major glitch earlier in the run, where you basically trick the plants if you know the game, the plant at the start where you need the chemical power, the chemicals to kill it. Well, you don't need it if you actually turn like that, because you basically fool the plant to think that you are further than you are, so the plant actually push you in the opposite side that it should. And I forgot to equip the bazooka, the grenade launcher. That's bad, because I need to wait for the end of the animation now, and I won't actually be able to fire as soon as I want to. So there's chances that I get hit by the tyrant. You can't kill him with your regular weapons, it's just that it makes faster for Brad to launch you that. Okay, it was kind of bad because I missed some fast shot, but I reacted pretty fast anyway, and I didn't hit it, so that's fine. I'm losing like maybe 1 second and a half. Some speed there. It's not sub 33, so at least I'm not sad about that. I want to sub 33, it's close, but since I guess the run is not submittable, that's not the end of the world. Still very good run I'm happy with. Yeah, the end of the run was kind of trash. Let's go. Bon, je pense qu'on va reprendre Chris du coup. Parce que là, il faut que je refasse une run où je vais espérer être 4 secondes devant, PTDR. Bon. On va attendre. On va se familiariser avec Chris. Shazam et aux anges, j'imagine. Let's go. Ça reste une bonne run hein, malgré tout. tout, c'est quand même assez excellent. Mais ouais, faut vraiment que je sois très proche de mes goals si je veux faire ce pied en haut, du coup c'est compliqué quand même. Ah oui, c'était bien écrit 43, 03, ouais, ça, ouais, c'est con que j'ai appuyé sur la fenêtre, ça a absolument rien changé. Mais bon.